Oh, Mike, there we go. Mic unmute. That's very important. Okie doke. Dang. Sorry, everything's still kind of, I'm kind of adjusting everything still. Like that. We're good, we're good. We're gonna focus on the hands. Good, awesome, okay, well. You guys didn't see a while back, I was getting ready to paint a certain thing. I got a 3D printer and I started printing stuff, okay? The first things I was like, very tiny stuff. In fact, I'm missing one right now. I'll actually, hold on. Where is it? Thing stuff. Let's see if we can zoom in on this one. It's a little Teddy Ursa. It's a cute little Teddy Ursa. Isn't he just a little button? What's up? It's a little, it's probably a support. Anyway, yeah, a little butt, no butthole. He's great. Stands up or sits down on his own. I put a little hole in his head, right there. When I was printing, so that it would drain out. My nails are a little covered in paint. But yeah, because they print upside down on my printer, so they go like, they rise from the ooze, because it's a resin printer instead of a, what is it, MDF printer? Anyway, so yeah, it's a liquid, and then the thing kind of rises upwards and starts printing downwards. So yeah. Hole, so the resin, the liquid resin can come out of the inside of them, so it doesn't just fill up with a bunch of gunk and expensive resin, because I would like to have all of that back. And that's why he has a hole in his head. I have a little plug that also printed with it that you just kind of like boop, or I could just like fill it with this stuff called green stuff. It's basically a molding clay. You just shove it in the hole, sand it a bit, and then you're good. You just paint over it and it looks fine. But yeah, I got a little Teddy Ursa. This model is actually free. Someone just made it, and actually it's like one of the nicer ones. Some of the other ones look kind of poopy, but it's very smooth. Like, I didn't sand it at all, and there's like no line except for the top of his head. You can kind of see it in the camera. Let's see if I can. There it is. The like little circles right there, kind of like a fingerprint. Yeah. Maybe sand those a little bit, but otherwise, pretty good model. And then I made these. I started small and I went big. All right, so we got tiny one. This is a model from I can't remember the website, but it's a package of not just her. It's not a bunch of lewd stuff, which she is definitely lewd. It's a bunch of like dragon, wyvern warriors, dragon knights, and yeah. So there's regular ones that are like in armor, mages. They're like riding bigger dragons sometimes. They're really cool. But one of the models is this one, which I thought was really attractive and interesting. I looked very respectfully at that model, and then I made a bigger one. I wanted to see how well my printer did this, so let me bring those back. So I went small, right? This is like the default size for it, and then I went bigger, and then I went large, extra large. This one is primed. It's why it's the gray is a bit different color, because I already primed it. But she is very large. Let me turn her around. You could see all of the really nice details on her. Oh my god. I don't get me banned. Don't get me banned. It's fine. Many very nice details all over. I love the big dragon skull that she's sitting on. She does sit perfectly like flat on any surface. I love it. I dig it. But please look respectfully, everyone. I'm just checking the shake sure. Okay, there's definitely like a little bit. There's a line on her butt. There's a couple lines on her butt that I'm not gonna try and zoom in too much on. That hopefully with painting over it, maybe I'll do some light sanding here. She's already primed though, so maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'll just have to go back and paint her butt at a later time. But otherwise, the rest of the model is pretty much like line free. I really do enjoy that. Yeah, very pretty model. And that's what we're going to be painting today. She is currently sitting on, this is a doorknob. so I don't touch the model and like hold it because it's very large. But it's a doorknob, because the other thing that I have to hold models, too small, not big enough for this, that's for sure. She's not exactly on a regular base, so she's not gonna sit properly on this little hair. Little hair, get out of here. Yeah. But yeah, she won't sit properly on a regular thing, so bam. Hold her on this. Don't get the paint anywhere. Don't touch it. Don't leave fingerprints, and it'll look fine. I hope. I really hope. Yeah. Fantastic. So the colors I want to do for this, I've tried practicing. I made another one of these while I was trying to, but I ran out of resin. Whoopsie. So she came out half made. I got the butt, the important part, and the big skull, but I didn't get the rest of her top. She was almost done. Honestly, if I put in the rest of the bottle of resin that I had, she probably would have finished. But I was gonna make a couple of them. Mostly, well, I was gonna make two, one for me and one for maybe Kay, because Kay was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And this one is going to Kay, so I don't want to mess it up paint wise. So I did some practice techniques on this one. The green, ignore the green side. Please ignore the green side. I got some wash oils that I wanted to try out just to look at what they would look like. I got this. This is non oil gloss. Okay, this is very commonly used. Sorry, the camera moved a little bit. Commonly used for a lot of minis. Kind of like just as a general wash, because it darkens everything, gets the nice nooks and crannies, really adds a lot of depth to the model. Very common one that people use, comes in a big bottle. It's all pre-mixed. It's very, very viscous. Can you see it in the... you can see it just shaking. You just use it straight out of the bottle. No adjustments needed. Just use it straight out of the bottle. I saw another one. I saw a blue one that I really enjoyed, but they don't make it anymore. And I said this on Twitter. It's called Gulliman's Blue, I believe. And apparently they stopped making them years ago. Like years ago. Like if you want a bottle of it now, you'll probably find it in some lost factory for like $80 for one of these little bottles. One of these tiny things. So, didn't have that one. They replaced them with other ones. I think it's actually one of these. They're actually called the Clear series. Hold on, let me see. I have another one, the green one. This one. Green Clear. Mortarian. Now, this one also says air on it. It's very liquid, and honestly, I think you could use it in an airbrush, and it would. I think that's what they're designed for. But these have also kind of been used to replace the glazes that Citadel used to make, because they don't make any of the glazes anymore. That's what the guy at the store said. I believe him, to be honest. I saw the green one and I was like, that could be kind of cool. Maybe it would give a nice green tone to everything, and kind of just maybe it'll be used for like a ghostly thing. So I tried that on the model a little bit, which is why she's half and half. I tried a different white on this one, a whitish gray, and this one is like a bluish white on this side. You can't see it because of the green anymore, but and then I did the known oil on the left side and the green one on the right. As you can see, it pulled up a lot, and the green it's too vibrant. It's too much. It's not great. I used the dark on the skull. I think it pulls up a lot of details for sure. I think it still has a little bit too much pooling, so when I use it next time on the one that I'm giving to Kay, it's gonna be a lot better. It's gonna be a lot better. It's gonna be a lot lighter. I'm gonna definitely try and get it to sit in the gaps, but not in like right here in the eye. Can you see that? There's like a big dot on the eye. It's kind of gross. It's not on this one. It's a small one, but yeah, definitely a lot more controlled on that. I think I really liked how the lake turned out, though. I might not even use the known oil on the final one. I honestly liked a lot of the dry brushing that I was doing on it. Her butt, not as I think the camera isn't even catching some of the streaks on this, but it doesn't look great. You can definitely see the dot on her butt right there, which is kind of a problem. Maybe with enough layers it'll cover it up. We'll see. If not, the worst thing that can happen is I'll just end up sanding that spot, repainting just that spot. Not really a big issue, I feel. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with this kind of, I want to do a blue with a gray bottom. Not exactly gray bottom, but like gray and blue scale pattern. So I don't necessarily want the scales only to be blue. I want some of the skin to be blue, and I don't exactly want the scales to be just blue, as well as some white in other areas. And I'm going to do like her underbelly. Again, you can't really see it, but her underbelly, I want to do white, or the bluish white that I kind of used. Yeah. And this top side looks kind of interesting, honestly. The way this looks, you can see that it's some of the layers did not adhere. You can see that it's supposed to print pretty flat, so it looks like I was definitely I ran out of resin quite a while ago, and it was only picking up very small parts of it, so this part is raised up. It's kind of funny. Yeah. I just noticed she does have gold bangles. I don't know if I really want to do gold bangles on her. I should. So let me grab that gold, actually. I didn't do that last time when I was doing it, but here it is. Retributor armor. Yeah. Retributor armor. Perfect gold for everything. I probably will do some of that, maybe darken it a bit. We'll see how that goes, but yeah. Key things that I've learned definitely is I definitely need to make sure that the model is completely dry before I do any washes or glosses. These I think are honestly, these two, the green one and the Nolan oil, I think they're considered, I feel like the terminology wash is used more often than gloss or glaze. They're all kind of interchangeable, to be honest, but since they're so viscous, they're so liquidy, if this model isn't dry enough, you might see it in some spots, but like right here, it'll just wash away like the lower layer. It'll just start washing actual paint away because it's not dry, because it's basically water with a little bit of color in it. It definitely will just wash away a lot of the paint that I've done. Bad, not good. So definitely make sure that it's totally dry before I do that. It's so thin and light that you could do a couple layers of the wash afterwards, but we really want to make sure that it dries properly before we do each layer. Learning process. So yeah. Other thing I learned was, I was looking at stuff, is we want to start with our midtones and then just go from there doing light and darker tones. We don't want to put the base coat as like the color we originally want, just because it's going to be weird. It's going to end up too dark or too light if you're using the wrong tone. So I'm using a relatively dark blue because that's going to be my midtone. It's pretty basic blue. I got this one, Azul Imperial Blue. Right, it's on my palette. I also moved my little mama model over it because I feel like everything on my left doesn't really need attention, but I have my palette on the right, and I just shook the camera. Here we go. So I've got Imperial Blue. Let's move this up a little bit. Imperial Blue on the bottom. I started mixing some of the stuff in the middle. This is mostly my dry stuff. This is blue with a little bit of white in it, and then over here on the top, I mixed a little bit more white, a little bit less blue, so it's a lot lighter, so I can do more highlights, etc. This right here was actually Rakkar Flesh, which I used for the skull because I thought the skull needed a more bone color, a more rugged, more brown white. Oh my god! Than just a pure, like a gray. Like I wasn't going to use the same color I used on her skin as this. It definitely has to be different. So I used Rakkar Flesh, which is pretty chunky, which is what's right here on the top. Boom, right there. Boom, that's Rakkar Flesh. I put a little bit of white in it after I used enough on the skull just to do a few highlights, but not too much. I used this right here is actually just white scar with a little bit more white in it. Kind of surprising, honestly. This right here on the bottom right is not, it's not black mixed in. It's literally just like white scar. I guess it is. I think it is white scar with a little bit of dark black spots in it. Because I wanted to make sure that this is a mid-tone, so I added black to make gray, and it's a lot bluer than I thought. When I put it on, it was a lot more of a bluer tone, which honestly I think was pretty good. kind of went with everything else, but we'll see. Where is my other stuff? I did get a pure, like not a pure black, but I got a. This is a black wash. That's not what I want. Arctic white and black. I got these so that I can mix in with stuff, create more shadows, create more lights, and because I had some darks and I had some whites, but they're not exactly perfect. Like I said, this white scar isn't exactly great. It's also a layer paint, not a base paint, so it's a bit thinner, and it's not super awesome for mixing all the time. I feel that way. Also got a purple. We've been using purple for some of the previous stuff, and honestly, I was like, maybe I should get a purple and then work with that, so I can get a more consistent purple. Maybe mix it with more red, get more maroon or something color. I need water. Yeah. But must lubricate throat. But I got the purple because she has some jewelry on her neck. I kind of felt like I should give her a purple gem. I feel like that would match. Purple gem in the middle. Probably also do gold around everything else. Maybe a silver necklace. So I'll grab some silver and stuff later, but for now, I'm not too worried about it. But there's the purple. It is fairly light compared to everything else, but I don't think that's a problem to have a fairly lighter color for a gemstone. But we'll see. Okay. Boom. I want to do another layer of Nuln Oil on this. Just the entire thing. See if I can control it a little bit better, and maybe see how many layers of Nuln Oil I want to add to get enough contrast in all of the colors, and then bring out a bit more contrast by doing other layers of more dry brushing on top of it. But yeah, I need to figure out what brush I want to use for that. It's gonna be this one. Okay, so I think that's what we'll do. I'm gonna throw another layer of Nuln Oil on like the test copy. I'm gonna move this so it doesn't fall off the entire table. Jesus Christ. One minute. Check DMs real quick. frick. Okie doke. We're back. Do a stretch. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, at least the brush is dry now. So let's grab some more oil. This is still the testing one. Honestly, later I could just strip it and try some other stuff on it. It's pretty nice. Like with my failed prints, I've just been able to like take them and just do tests of stuff, which is pretty nice because if you don't have a printer, I know that's a luxury. Having a printer is a luxury. But when you don't have one, you get pretty spooked like buying those expensive models, especially Warhammer models, when they're like, oh, it's $20 for one thing. And you're like, I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to spend 4 hours and ruin it and then have to either clean it up or just get rid of it. Not get rid of it, but like never use it because you're so like so busy with shit. It's nice to have a tool that lets me make a bunch of these for a lower price, and then I'm not as scared to try stuff and do things. But yeah. Add another layer. Everything. I definitely went too thick on the fingers. Like I need to clean out a lot of that gunk in the finger area. Like it's way too thick. It's built up. It's basically filled in the gap. That's not good. But I'm gonna throw on another layer. This time a lot more controlled. I was just globbing it on before. Okay. Well, while that dries, we can start doing base coats at least on the main model. Try some more stuff. Okay. So all my brushes are. Okay. Let's grab the main model. Zoop. Still kind of low, the doorknob. Okay, so make sure I have all the paints on the palette right here. I'm going to use the darker blue, which isn't really mixed right here. Make sure everything's mixed properly on the palette. I'm going to mess up. Get my bottles of water. Little bitties. We'll see if we can rehydrate some of these. Maybe not. Honestly, this white is so weird. It's so chunky. Look at it. You see the little speckles. gosh. I'm trying to like crush them and get them into the thing, but I don't think they're gonna go. This is how I bought it too. I think this is a consistent problem that I've heard about with these paints, the Citadel paints, is that they come in little pots and they're cute, but they're like not easy to use, and there's a lot of chunkies in them sometimes. They just come in chunky. Good. There we go. Looks a lot better. Yeah, I need to put like another platform under it. I need another platform under it so I can reach it here. So I end up touching the base like that. I might have to take out my gloves. Oh. Okay, bare hands. Actual bare naked hands. Okay. Okay, we're good. Maybe I'll wear one of them. I'll wear one of them. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Perfect. To a degree. So yeah, this is just black with some gray. I want to keep that going and mix. I want to stay that color tone. We'll put the blue on the scales. This is just pure blue with like 2 drops of water. We get this light correct so we can get good lighting on it. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is I basically kind of want to do a lot of the top stuff blue. It's gonna be scales, in siege, arena frame, relatively. This light definitely needs a little bit more. Let's raise this camera up a little bit. Yeah. Calm down. Yeah. Get it right under the light. That's a lot better. Okay. It's just a generic brush. Nothing special. It's pretty large model, so I don't have to worry too much about using like the super fine brushes. So I'm going to do a base coat of the blue. It is watered down. Try and not do too much on the skull there still though. You can be pretty rough and tumble with the top coat. So you see, I'm not going to stay completely in line with the scales. I definitely don't really want to do that. In fact, I probably want to put some gray on some of these scales. So get a little bit too much paint on that. We got some scale here, but I think the toes, the front of the toes, I'm going to do white. Blue. I use a lot of blue in all my stuff. Sue me. Yeah, I think the toes I'm going to keep more of a bone color because they're bones. See how some of this top of the leg is still blue? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep that. It's a very tiny brush, which is use a bigger brush. Slip a little bit there. Butterfingers. I do want her butt to be pretty vibrantly white, maybe. We'll see. Or gray. I want to keep a lot of the underbelly relatively gray, but definitely like the blue can pass, something like that. She only has a gold bangle on the right leg. Left leg. It's kind of reversed on my screen, my bad. And yeah. I notice I use this brush a lot for like making sure the colors are even instead of actually painting. I don't know why I do that. It feels like maybe I'm using too many brushes for too many things, but I'm sure it's fine. Do that. Now she has a heel. I probably will make that like bone color as well. Just, yeah. We'll use a bonier color for that. It won't be blue or gray. Okay, cool. So, that's that section. Let's do some of the arms. I really like the shape of her like arm scales. They're very twisty and angular, and like it just goes well with like the musculature. It just looks cool. Like there's a version of this model without the big booba, for sure. When you buy it, you get like I think there's 3 different sizes, and one of them is just like without booba, which is fine. It's cool. It's all good looking. But I can tell that like they really cared about it. I mean, there's creases on her hip, like right there. Like the person who made this really knows how to make this shit. It's not just like lewd to be lewd, which is kind of some of the 3D models you can find out there. They're just like, it's kind of the shape of a woman, but it got big booba though, right? And you're like, okay. Or like it's totally a dude, but I don't know. It's just some of the STLs out there are like too horny. They're not good. They're just like fat boobs, fat butt. Everything else looks weird, and you're like, no. We'll do it like that. She has a little bit of blue here on the elbow. Okay. We want to do 2 or 3 layers of this blue all around. I'm starting to hold my breath at the top of these things. Shoot, I didn't even think about the hair. I think I want to do red for the hair, but I actually don't know. Maybe I should do more earthy tones. I don't actually know. I kind of want to do red. I kind of want to do red for the hair, but it's very contrasty. It's not going to look fantastic. I'll have to do some earth tones for it. Some browns. Whew. This little spot right here is a little tough. leave the underbelly relatively the same. I think I should do some of her neck blue as well. Let's try and get this right. We'll do the bottom side. Shaking it up. Shake it up. That's the wrong brush. Shoop. That's chunky. Chunky. Okay. Sure, that's close all the way. And 2 drops of water. 2. We'll mix. Get a chunk in here. Get out of here, chunk. Broke up now. No, they're there. All right, well, let's go. That's good consistency. Might have wanted to add black to it. Might have to add a darker layer on top of this. I just realized this model has eyes on it. The skull on the bottom has eyeballs in it. Or unless this is supposed to be some sort of carving of like stone, but it has eyeballs in it, where if it was just a skull, it would not have eyeballs. It would just have eye sockets. Shit. I'm very observant. Lol. Spending like 3 hours looking at this fucking model. Yeah, very observant. Music's jamming. What the fuck? It might be too loud, actually. Hold on. There we go. Not as jamming above me. Holy shit. Gaps. Should get some of these thick spots evened out. that definition. We don't just want globs of paint all over the place. Those tight spots. Okay. Behind the ears or whatever this is. It's like mandible. All right. Make sure these gaps are cleared. Oops. Just some of that tape. Make sure all these cracks aren't just completely filled with paint. Still want that definition. Okay. Just clean that brush off. I think this other layer has dried enough, the blue one. So we'll throw the blue on. Do some more blue. Let's find some spots where I missed it. Right on the bottom I missed it. Right under. That sound with, oh, it is that. What is it? It's giving me like lobby music, not for like a shooter, but like a main menu song for like a fucking JRPG. Oh my god. It's giving me all sorts of vibes. I'm starting to regret my choice of the swoosh on her head with this. I feel like I should do bone, but we'll see. And I haven't done the interior blue either. My hair. It's getting in the way. Stop it. Problem is that they're kind of like fins, so it should be fine. We'll do the inside. I'm honestly not too worried about filling these gaps, because if I do use the wash, it's going to be filled with known oil or a darker tone in general. I'm not too worried about it, but in the case that I don't, in the case that I decide against it, I'm not going to use it, then I'm going to have to fill all the gaps. So there's that as well. So that's 2 layers of that base coat. It's pretty blue. It's very blue. So we can revitalize some of the blue. Yeah, there it is. Hell yes. Nice. Don't need a lot of it either. Okay. Back to skull. Back to the massive skull, and then after the massive skull, we will start. We will start doing the gray on the rest of it and finish up the base coats. Finish up the base coats. Back to brush. Okay. Get rid of these creases. Make sure to get it up in there. Okay. Fix some, put on the tools. Put on these tools and try not to overdo it or underdo it at this point. I feel like it's falling off the thing. Huh? Oh, thanks, Dragon Mom. I mean, she already looked good. Please don't fall off the thing. Okay. She always looked good. Hopefully I don't mess her up. Ugh. My main concern. Okay. Bone. I think I was gonna do bone under her chin. Please. Please. There we go. Huh. Oh my god. Flick. 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 There's a little pebble there. Good. Get out of there. Get out of there. I'm gonna have to grab a knife. I'm gonna have to grab a knife. Okay. Where is it? There it is. I wish I had like an actual scalpel. Let's grab the dragon head. It's dry. Get out of there. Okay. Did it. Nose. Look here where I touched it. Quick dusting. Okay. Okay. I'll definitely have to go back one more time for the toes and other bits, but that's that. We're on top of that. Okay. We're gonna do the gray. I need some gold. Let me shake that up. And silver. There's the thumbnail. Good. Shake. Shake the paints. Okay. Don't shake the camera. How you doing, Kay? What are you up to? You're making a castle for the dragon? Nice. Come on. Okay, I'm definitely gonna use a smaller brush for that one. Holy heck and heck. You already got your rooms planned out? Do you have a name for your castle? I don't remember if we talked about this. Do you name your castle in Minecraft yet? God, I can't imagine painting this on the tiny model. Let's the necklace. It's not. I can't even see the necklace on the tiny model. It's just holy heck. What about the medium one? Because the support kind of took it over. Yeah, that's like right there. That's okay. Paint the paint. Your harem of princesses. What the heck? Who's your main princess? Everyone's got a main princess. You got all the princesses. Sure. You could choose. But who's the main one? Is it based on like an employee of the month kind of deal? Whoever gets employee of the month gets to be the main one for the month. Okay. Time to hold my breath and suffer. I'm telling you, you're just gonna evenly go through every. Oh, okay, evenly. I was gonna say use. That seems wrong. Maybe that's the correct term. Even time with everyone. Nice. Congratulate you on your efforts. Oh, jeez. Okay, success on that. Jesus Christ. Where's my silver? I had it. Did I drink it? Did I accidentally consume it? I'm checking my tongue. No. There's nothing on it. Where did my silver go? Everyone can see it. Look, my angle, it's literally completely behind the model. I couldn't see it. It's right behind the model. I'm stupid. It's fine. Yikes-a-roni. Holy shit. I need to put some... so I need the extra... If you guys have seen this. A lot of 3D prints come off of supports like these. These come off. These just get snapped off. But I don't throw them away. I keep all of them. This. And I just snap them into even smaller pieces or cut them into smaller pieces. And then I just chuck them into the paint bottles. To help with the mixing. This bottle's kind of squished already. Interesting. They usually use ball bearings. You could buy like ball bearings at places that are like, these are for paint mixing, and you just throw them in the little bottles. But you could also just, you know, save some bucks and just use your little bits. Viscosity? Yeah, more viscosity. It's very coated. I'm kind of worried that it's leaking. It should be fine. 1, 2. I don't need a lot. I don't. Do I have pliers? I might need to ink this off. I got it. Specifically for the metallic ones like these, yeah, I definitely want to put some pieces in there. Clunk. Clunk. Get in there. My hair. Ugh. I should have tied my hair. Okay. So we're gonna do. I need more water. It's a big drop. Come on. That's mostly air. Okay. Sweet. Yes.
Look, you and me on the Charles River.
What?
All right, now, Glenn.
What? There's words coming from this music. It's confusing me. Go away. How dare you? It was like in my ears. It's like in my house. What the fuck? It's kind of spooky. This is the right hair strand, is it? It's not. Okay. Okie doke. So there's that. And I hope your favorite color is purple. It probably isn't, is it? Because I'm giving her a purple gem on her necklace. Shoop. Cute. Is that a Mew? Where'd you get the Mew? That's cute as fuck. What the fuck? I honestly don't know where I got my Pokemon emotes, and I see other people with different ones, and I'm like, yo, where'd you get them? Whoa, emotes. Okay. Oh. I've seen some more of the global ones though, like the ones that you just. I'm wet with something and I don't know what it is. That you can use without subbing to anyone, and I'm like, yo, what? I'm gonna click this. Tricky Wave, hello. Oh, those are cute. Oh, there's a Vaporeon. Cute. Give me a minute. I'm gonna chug my Huel. Okay. Now for the gray. Chunky gray. Okay. This gray does tend to come out a lot more blue than gray, which I think is fine. We'll see. You must caress the cheeks with a brush. Very, very, very carefully. I read that book in Skyrim. Wait, was it in Skyrim? I know the Argonian maid was in Skyrim. I did read that, but I think there's another one, like the mating habits of the Argonians. Oh my god, that's the one I think about a lot. It is very detailed and kind of spooky. Because the book, I don't know if it's actually in the game. I know that Lusty Argonian is in the game, but there's another one about like, yeah, the mating rituals of like the Argonians. Yeah, there's a lot of blood involved. The male usually dies, unless he's very careful. Yeah. Whoa, what the fuck? Everyone heard that. I heard that. What the fuck? Not playing? What will you do by less people? There need to be less people right now. What the fuck? Yo. That moan though. Wow. Can you focus, camera? I sure can focus. Way too much paint on this brush right now. Too thick. Too thick. This is pretty good music though. Holy shit. Okay, trying to cover up some of these streaks. I know it was a little wild with the paint, but some of these streaks are very clearly brush strokes, so I'm going to try to clean some of those up. Right in that nook and cranny. There we go. Right in there. Ugh. Feels weird, man. Okay, let's try and get this curve right. Okay. Up. Put some more blue on that. Fix that mistake, but it should be fine. I see the line in her butt, and I'm gonna have to sand down. Hopefully that covers it up a little bit. Okay. Spin, spin, spin. I'm ready to find brush for some of these shit with that. Gonna reapply some blue. there. Okay. Okay. Looking pretty good. Okay. Some more gold. Appreciate the viscosity of this. Hell yeah. Getting into all the right spots. Hell yeah. Love it. Deep breaths, Luby. Deep breaths. Good. Okay. Where's the other bangle? There it is. I might local shop. I saw that they had like competitions for painting. I'm definitely not entering them, but they were amazing. Like they had a zine. It was amazing. It had like three colors on the wings, and they all like blended really well together. It was amazing. This castle's giant and elaborate. It's gonna be a lot of work. Make an elaborate staircase, me son of a bitch. Oh my god, what are you doing? Are you making a fucking like circular staircase? Oh my god. More work, more work. That's called inspiration. Okay. When you're like, I got an idea, and then you're going through it and you're like, I got more ideas. More. I need more. Oh my god. 10 by 10, dude. So I've been playing Pixelmon a lot. I haven't played in the last week or so too much, but I was watching some friends stream it, and I'm like, you know, I could get back into Minecraft. And then I started thinking, I should make a giant skull that I live in, like a bones that are just like found in the middle of a mountain or something, and then I'll just make a home out of it, which I did. I built a giant skull in like the woods. Like inside of a cave almost. Oh, I love it. I love it. But then I was like, I need more. A giant skull? Got it. What if I make a giant body like the rest of the skeleton, but it wraps around the mountain? What if it wrapped around the mountain? That's a good idea, right? Just take over an entire biome for my house. Good idea, Lumi. Okay. I need some more water on this. It's kind of drying up a little bit. And I don't want to have to mix this blue, this gray again and fuck it up. No. More work? No. It's a lot less blocks, I can tell you that. I'm just like, fuck. Looking at your castle, and I'm like, damn. Is that gonna be finished in 2021? What year is it? Good gosh. I need a magnifying glass. I need to be like, zoom in, enhance 20 times. Give me robotic little arms to like get in here. It must be perfect. It must be perfect. Putting my cheek on the camera now. I'm like breathing on my phone. I'm like, ugh, put it in my mouth. I need to be closer. Okay. Oh yeah. That's the ticket right there. Okay. Any other small bits where I was like, I need to fix? Right here, officer. There we go. Does this count as Mini Monday? This is pretty big. I think about it, I'm like, it counts. Part of me wants to learn how to 3D model so I can sculpt, but also, fuck, dude. Like you've been saying, it's just like, that's work. It's already work to paint. Now I gotta model it? Bruh. Oh, that's an ass. That's an ass you would eat potato salad out of. Don't eat potato salad out of things you're not supposed to. Please. Please don't eat potato salad out of people's butts. Thanks. Okay. Some of this old edging that I overdid. Okay, did you get your house in Elion? Did you do that?